Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into Leviticus chapter 11, Vayikra.
Right.
We're looking at these clean and unclean animal laws. And it's not just about, what's for dinner. It's much deeper.
Absolutely. It's about theology, about separation. And you see that right from the start, actually.
How so?
Well, the very first verse, Wadever, YHVH, El Moshe, Whale Aaron. God speaks to Moses and Aaron together.
Ah, okay. So not just Moses or just Aaron for priestly stuff.
Exactly. It signals this is for everyone. This is public law, daily life stuff, defining the community, not just for the temple.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's jump into the specifics. Land animals first, the behemoth.
Yep. And the rule here is pretty strict. It's additive. You need both qualifications. No exceptions.
Okay, what are the two?
First, it has to chew the cud.
Huh?
Maligira, re-chewing its food.
Right, like a cow.
Like a cow. And second, it must have a hoof that's parted. Mafers parsa.
Yeah.
And it has to be completely split. We shows that shesa.
Completely split, so not just a little bit divided.
Exactly. A proper cloven hoof.
And the text actually points out the near misses, doesn't it, to make the rule clear?
It does. It lists animals that have only one sign. So the camel, the hyrax, the chiffon, and the hare, the arnavet.
They chew the cud.
But their feet aren't right. No split hoof. So, tameh, unclean.
And then there's the famous one, the pig, the shazir.
Ah, the pig, yeah. It's sort of the perfect counterexample.
Because it looks like it fits one rule, right?
Mm.
It definitely has a split hoof, you can see that.
You can. Very clearly split. But, and this is the key, it does not chew the cud. So it fails the dual criteria. It demonstrates you absolutely need both. No getting by on just one.
And if an animal fails, it's tameh, unclean. And there's a consequence for interaction, too.
Right. Touching the carcass in Avila makes you ritually unclean. It transmits tuma, defilement.
Okay, so land animals. Two specific anatomical signs needed. Clear enough. But then we move to the water.
And things shift. Both the rules and, crucially, the language.
How does the language change?
Well, for aquatic life, you still need two signs. Fins, snapper, and scales. Koskaset, simple enough.
Fins and scales. Got it. Seems parallel to the land animals.
It seems like it, but look what happens if a creature lacks these. Or with the creeping things on land, the sherets. The text calls them shikets.
Shikets, what does that mean? It sounds harsher than just tameh.
Oh, it is. Much harsher. It's usually translated as detestable thing or abomination. It's a word loaded with, visceral disgust. It's stronger than just ritual uncleanness.
Wow. So why the escalation? Why go from unclean to abomination?
It seems linked to, a deeper violation of order. Things that are shikets often blur boundaries. They don't fit neatly. Think about water creatures without fins or scales. They might slither or crawl in the water, or the swarming things on land.
Like insects or reptiles.
Exactly. And look at the birds. There isn't a simple two-part rule. Instead, it's a list.
A list of forbidden birds, right?
Yeah, 20 species. And what do they mostly have in common? Many are predators, scavengers, birds of prey, carrion eaters. They deal in death, or they cross the boundary between sky and land in ways deemed, disorderly.
And what about insects? Most are out.
Most swarming things, shurets, are shikets, yes. But there's a fascinating exception.
Yes.
Those that have jointed legs above their feet, specifically for leaping.
Like locusts, grasshoppers.
Precisely. Their movement is seen as more orderly, maybe. Upward, controlled leaping, rather than just chaotic swarming on the ground. The law seems to value clear categories and ordered movement.
So all these details, cud, hoof, fins, scales, jointed legs, they're not arbitrary. They're pointing towards something bigger.
Exactly. They all build towards the conclusion in verses 44 and 45. The why behind it all.
Which is?
The mandate. We hit Kiddishtim. You shall make yourselves holy.
Because I, God, am holy. It's about reflecting the divine nature.
Yes. The whole system, the whole chapter, is designed, as it says, Lahavdil ben hatamei uven hatahor, to make a separation, a distinction between the unclean and the clean.
Practicing that distinction in daily life, what you eat, what you touch makes you holy, mirroring God's own nature, which is defined by order and separation.
That's the idea. It's applied theology woven into the fabric of everyday existence.
So here's something to leave you thinking about. We see these strict anatomical rules creating order. But consider that sharp distinction in language from simply tamai, unclean, to shekets, an abomination. What does that visceral level of rejection for certain creatures tell us about how this worldview sees order itself? Why is failing the order test, like lacking fins and scales, seemingly so much more abhorrent than simply being, say, a pig? What's implied by that hierarchy of rejection?